Hi, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This brother Gabriel Romaani, and today we're doing a reaction to a video that comes from Japan, but it is a phenomenon that influences people all over the world, and I've done this on Instagram already. It was a shorter clip, so what we're going to do is, inshallah, is because a lot of people are asking for more explanations on some of these things that I'm doing, and obviously on Instagram you're limited to the amount of time that you can put, and the algorithm is different. So we're going to try to understand from a psychology perspective, Islamic psychology, as to why some of these events, these reactions are not just to react to, the typical reaction. This is for us to actually benefit and understand the mindset, the fitrah, and so on, and what's happening around the world. So we're talking about Shabani, the gorilla in the Japanese zoo. A lot of people will be like, what? A gorilla? Women are attracted to gorilla? They think he's handsome? Yes, they do. It's not just Japanese women, by the way. And I take you back to the phenomenon, of course, of none other than King Kong. King Kong, if you look at it, from the 70s, from even before that, what is the story like? It's this gorilla, this big, strong, humongous, by the way, right, gorilla with this little cute white woman. All right, I think a lot of people can make a connection now. There's no racial undertones here or whatever, but the reality is that you can observe some of these behaviors, some of these fetishes, some of these trends in society. I think everyone can say, like, yeah, okay, I can see where you're coming from. King Kong, right? Then it's been remade over and over and over again. Now, King Kong is this oversized gorilla. It's a monster, but the woman and him develop a connection, a relationship. Now, don't get all weird, but this is the reality what the movie is actually trying to portray. Look at the symbol. Look at who the woman is. Look at what King Kong represents. The symbol of strength, of rulership, of dominance, which is what women in the end fetishize for. Enlarged features, physical features. Sadly, this is what it is. How and why did we reach this? Is there something in the fitrah, or is this just something that's been corrupted? This is something that can be debated. It's hard to tell. Is it an issue of nurture or nature? Are women like this, or is it that they've been corrupted to be like this? Now, I'm not attacking women. You have to understand. Look at the evidence. So let's look at the video really quickly, and I'm gonna try. Please forgive me and have patience with me. I'm trying to skip over stuff. I'm not so good in the technology when it comes to these videos and superimposing stuff, but I'll try my best to cover any haram and anything like that. But let's look at the video. Here we go.
Interest in dating and relationships, closure at a Japanese zoo.
This is the gorilla.
In a country where surveys show many young people have no interest in dating or relationships, young women visiting the ape are going bananas for Shabani, an 18-year-old male gorilla.
Okay, they're going bananas, it seems. Like they're actually losing their composure. They're behaving in a certain way. And remember, we talked about before about diffusion of responsibility. Whenever there's a group of women, they will start. If one misbehaves, the other one is going to, even though inside of her she's containing herself, she's going to actually start doing the same thing. And another one, another one, another one. Because when you look at Islamic restrictions, why are women usually more restricted than men? Why they have to wear hijab? Why they have to stay in the house mostly? They cannot travel without a mahram. And even though the liberal sheikhs and imams try to dismiss these things, in reality, when you look at the purpose and objective behind some of this, because the nature of woman, it seems that it is to an extent that she doesn't do well in big group settings where there's diffusion of responsibility, as well as there's a lot of freedom. And it also seems like a bad apple can spoil a group of good apples easily when it comes to the feminine nature. While in general with men, it's not so easy to corrupt. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but it is not so easy. Now again, a lot of people are thinking Shabani, what is Shabani? But, just to go back to this is the concept of King Kong that's been around for a long time.
Love between woman and ape is a well-known subject of Hollywood.
Okay, again, I apologize. I try to keep the music sometimes. But this is the gorilla, as you can see. I mean, it is what it is. As the guy said, love between a woman and a gorilla is something that Hollywood has pushed forward. Is it that? Is it the corruption? Is it Hollywood? Is it really what actually caused this thing? It could be. It could be. All right? It could be. I'm not saying that it is not. It could be the corruption. But one thing that I want to highlight here is what we usually talk about, this concept of masculinity. If you look at a gorilla, and I know that evolutionists are like, yeah, you see, you're making a point here that we are originating from apes and so on. No, because because we share certain features. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created the gorillas, He's created human beings, He's created everyone. For example, the heart of the pig and the heart of the man are very close related. Does that mean that pigs and humans share the same ancestors? It's ridiculous. Bottom line is that if you look at this gorilla, it has certain features that are masculine. And certain animals represent, for example, masculinity in general, even though there's both genders within these animals. For example, dogs are usually linked to men. Okay? And cats, even though there's female cats and male cats, are usually linked to the feminine. Okay? Just as an example. When you look at apes and gorillas, they are usually linked to masculinity. Their strength, their dominance, their strong look, their strong hands, their assertiveness, their aggressiveness, their protectiveness, their violence. All of these are masculine features. Now, what's happened to women? Are women attracted to animals, a'udhu billah, sexually or something like that? Well, no, not really, even though we do have zoophilia, which is a psychological disease that happens in some people, sexual disorder. That's not what is happening. What's actually happening is that women get confused in what they actually react to. We talked about the concept of the bad boy, the thug, the ghetto men, and why women are attracted to that. It's not that they're attracted to their toxicity and the evil that comes with that person, or the drama, or the cheating and the lying and all that. They're actually confused. They're attracted to one part of that personality, and that is the assertiveness, the confidence that lacks in most so-called good boys or typical, sit down, listen type of boys. So the same thing with the concept of gorilla. It's not that women are attracted to like animals or they have zoophilia in them. It's more that they're confused in reacting to those features that are found in this gorilla that are actually masculine. Okay, these features can be present in a woman. We talked about the whole hijabi concept and phenomenon last week. So this is a woman that shows hyper masculine traits, and women were attracted to her. It's not necessarily that they're lesbian, a'udhu billah, and attracted to a woman, but the characteristics, the masculine characteristics that this woman was displaying were resonating with these women. You understand? So the same thing with the gorilla. So there's other studies, for example, there's a study in a Canadian university and America is being replicated about visual sexual cues for women. And it's a bit of a fitna in the study because there's a lot of sexual stuff. But bottom line is that it showed that women react when they are shown certain sexual cues. It doesn't matter the gender, it doesn't matter the species, I guess. What matters is the context. What matters is the actual act or the trait or characteristic that is going to make them to react and stimulate that person, that woman. You understand? So with men, it is linked to the gender and to who that person is. While with women, it seems that doesn't really make a difference. It's more about the construct, the concept, the environment, the setting. I hope that is clear. This is Shabani, the handsome gorilla. And again, this is, not some weird website. We've taken it straight from the mainstream media. It's not a joke. It's not something that we are making fun of. It is a real thing. That is Shabani. All right, this is the manly gorilla that women are going, as the guy said, bananas over. Barakallahu fikum, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We'll see you next time in another review, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Make sure you subscribe and you like and share this video for the benefit of others to help people understand. Assalamu alaikum.